Hey everybody, Captain B in another episode of the Blue Tourtuga. The boat is at the dealer in Innisfil being winterized, so I guess that's officially the end of the season for us. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different. We took a look at the dinghy last episode, and well, let's look at some bags. Bags? Who wants an old bag? Who said that? Luggage in particular. So where does this happen? Well, over the last 5-6 months, I've been amassing quite a collection of luggage, bags, if you will. And it all started from these two things here. These two bags that you see right here, right? This is a $10, $15 Bass Pro camo running around 20-liter backpack. And if you're not familiar with luggage, it's all in liters. Liters is the capacity or volume. And this is the bag that started it all. It is an Osprey bag, and it's a Transporter 40. And 40 is the capacity of the liters of the bag. So a couple of years ago, we took our Campion 492 down to the Gulf of Mexico to do some fishing. And for the trip, I was specifically looking for a bag that we could put in a jacket, maybe snacks and wallets and phones, and keep everything sort of more or less dry and be able to carry it to the boat and back from the boat without too much trouble. So I found this thing. It's a 40 liter. So this is just a regular duffel bag, but the material is rubberized. It's sort of a rubberized fabric, and while not waterproof, it is sort of water repellent, and in a marine environment, I think that's a big plus. So you can see you've got a regular duffel bag with two clips, but what's really neat about most of the Osprey stuff is Osprey makes a lot of backpacking equipment, right, for serious hikers. So you sort of just snap off the strap, undo one zip, and pull out this harness, and you just clip the harness into its spots, and now you've got a backpack. You can bring all your stuff with you, and off you go in backpack mode. And I just love these things. The bottoms are very rugged. It's thicker material on the bottoms than it is on the rest of the bag. All this rubberized feeling stuff. 2 carry handles on each end. 2 carries on the sides, so you can suitcase these things around anywhere you go. And they're absolutely awesome. They're tough, they're rugged, and they're absolutely portable. So this is where it all started. Let me take you through some of our collection. Okay, so first up in the collection is our backpacks. No more of this $15 Bass Pro Shop stuff. These are quite nice. Again, in the Osprey, this is a different fabric, different material, and you'll notice the color schemes is the blue and the red, and you might see that as a recurring theme today. Crew MJ has a Daylight Plus. This is a 20-liter bag. I'm not going to bore you with all of the details of the pockets, but there's a stuff sack here. You can put your rain jacket, that kind of thing. A few pockets. Most of all of this Osprey stuff has water bottle holders on each side, and very lightweight. And of course, you've got this screen panel with a vented panel underneath called an airscape suspension, right? So that's MJ's 20-liter bag. This is just the general bag when we're out and about. Throw a few things in there, maybe the dog bowl, a couple of bottles of water, and go visit the town kind of thing. Of course, bring your GoPro with you. This is my bag. It's a 34-liter Nebula. It's a little bit larger. Again, it has the stretch pockets for the water bottles, but we call this the life bag. This bag comes on the boat with us when we go and leaves the boat with us, and we carry wallets, sunglasses, all of the essentials in here. We carry our keys, the boat keys, car keys, and the reason we have this particular bag is it does fit a 17-inch laptop. So the laptop goes in this bag, and the laptop, of course, aside from connecting you to the world, the laptop I think is essential, because I do have in the laptop saved all of the manuals, charts, navigation charts, but all the manuals for all the equipment in the boat as well. If ever we had a problem, you need to sort that out. So these are super versatile, nice, extremely lightweight. All of their stuff is made for backpackers and guys who go, guys and gals who go camping and hiking. So everything is extremely lightweight, and I love the material. Again, the airscape suspension lets you breathe when it's on your back. It doesn't get as hot or as sweaty as some other types of materials. So just love these two bags. So these are the go-tos, our Daylight Plus and our Nebula, which are the backpack part of our collection. So next up in the collection is our Fairview and Farpoint bags. The Fairview is the women's version, and the Farpoint is the men's version. And we've got both bags the size 36 and the larger 65, which are down in front of the table here. So the difference, well, aside from colors, I don't know if you can see that, but the Fairview has that teal colored strap, and the Farpoint has a green, forest green strapping on it, and that helps us tell apart which is which. The interiors are the same color as well for the linings, but more importantly, you'll see with the suspension is adapted to a woman's frame versus on the Fairview series, the men's frame. But they're both the same. Same size, same volumes. It's that same material we saw on our backpacks, except this is travel luggage. What do I mean by that? Well, these are a little bit specialized, so I'm going to put one aside and show you some details. Notice, of course, this is actual travel wheeled luggage. This is meant to travel through an airport, and it's travel luggage. So you pop the handle out like you would any other bag, and these are carry-on compatible at 36 liters, and the handle comes out and the wheels comes out. So at the front you've got a couple of bumpers that helps protect everything, and you're saying, okay, what's the big deal? Well, you still got, you know, your water bottle handles and the compression straps that keep everything nice and snug. You've got two handles, one on the top, one on the side. You can still carry this suitcase style, but what's really cool about these is, should the going get rough, you bust out the backpack. How do you do that? Okay, fairly simple. Two snaps come off the bottom, and then there's a Velcro. We have two zippers that pull all the way up, and then you reveal the harness. The harness comes out, I'll unsnap it, and then you take the panel, roll it up, and tuck it back underneath into that back compartment. And now you've got a full-on backpack. Mesh lining keeps everything off your back by about 2 inches, so you won't get a sweaty back. Hip belt, all adjustable. Load lifters at the top, so you can position the load exactly the way you want it. You have a chest strap, like I said, the hip belt and the hip pads, and in one piece of luggage, you have an incredibly versatile travel piece of kit, but also this sturdy backpack that you can take with you anywhere. And what's super cool about this series is we have both sizes. This is how they integrate to the rest of the series, and you can see here that on Crew MJ's 65, there's extra tethers and whatnot, straps and attachment points, and you can take our luggage and attach it directly onto the travel luggage or the rolling luggage, and you can take our backpacks and attach them right to that piece of kit. So small, the two size 36 for the overnight, and then the size 65 if you're on a little bit longer trip. Super awesome, super versatile. The only little drawback is because they do have a frame in them because of the wheels and of course the handle, the airport handle and all that. It doesn't scrunch down as much when you want to be able to just stow the bag in a hatch or if you're in the boat. So a little bit better travel luggage, not as compact. So we're going to see with the next set of luggage, that's how we solve that problem. So a couple more pieces in the collection. What we have here, just what I showed you was a very high-tech version of a backpack and a rolling chassis and airport luggage. Well, we can get some more dedicated versions of those things as well. So this is back to our Transporter series with that weatherproof material. You'll recognize the two handles, the same as the Transporter 40. This is a 36 and it is airport compatible. This has a handle in it. It's a dedicated rolling piece of luggage. So this does not have a backpack. It's just the airport version with the wet stuff. It will scrunch down a bit more than the Fairview and the Farpoint series, but not a lot more. This particular bag is also from the Transporter series. It is a 44 liter, so you're gonna have to be checked luggage, but we bought this one because it also has the capability of putting in a 17-inch laptop into it. It does have the carrying strap and the backpack, and this is the bag that Crew MJ uses in the boat all summer. This is what she uses. It's clamshell design. Instead of a bucket that opens and has a big opening inside, this sort of opens up into two halves. You can see sort of the clamshell zip right there, and this opens up into two halves, and then you access both sides of what you want. You notice how all of these things sort of go together. You can see on the 44 this flap, which is really meant to be strung over the shaft of your rolling luggage. So if you wanted to, you could use the two together, right? So all of the series of these things are compatible one with the other, and this is just two more in that kit that I think have special duty, especially this one when it comes to MJ using this all summer. So now we're really going to squish things down a bit. So when we want to get compact and we're in the boat, we want to squish things down. By the way, this is the Transporter 40 is the one I use all summer. It fits right in the little linen closet we have in the front of the boat, and it's just the perfect size for that. So again, back in the Transporter series, so we can scrunch these down. When they're empty, they actually fold down into tiny little packs, and they don't get in the way. You can store them in a locker anywhere you want. And most of the series, and I say most because the bigger you go, you will not have the shoulder straps, but you'll always have the backpack. So from the 40, we liked it so much, we started our collection. And of course, the blue for me, and the red for Crew MJ. So these are our dedicated size 40s, except now they're color matched so we know whose stuff is what. So if you've got too much stuff and the 40 is not good enough for you, well, you go to a 65. The Transporter 65, red for Crew MJ, blue for me, same handles on the ends, carry handles on the sides, same backpack, same shoulder strap, in a size 65 to carry more gear. So you're off on an expedition. 65 is not going to do it for you. You need to carry more gear. Enter the Transporter 95. Even bigger, no more shoulder straps now, just the backpack shoulder straps. And again, one for Crew MJ, and then one for me. We're starting to get pretty big. So if your expedition is even bigger, well, you got to go to the 130, the Mac Daddy of them all. Same rubberized, textured exterior, same rugged bottom material, sturdy bags in 130 liter size, both for Crew MJ and for me. And a little bit unfortunate, and why do we get the whole collection? Maybe you won't need them. Well, the fact is that a lot of these are discontinued in these colors, and the Transporter series in general, I think, is becoming very expensive to manufacture because of that rubberized material, and I think the company's moving away from that, which means a good opportunity to get them at a lot cheaper price. But this is the big bad daddy of them all, the 130. So let's take a look and see if they're all of them together. Well, there you have it, the whole collection. Hope that hasn't been too tedious. We enjoyed, and especially I enjoyed, collecting all this stuff for the last 5 or 6 months, all because of the start of one bag right here a couple of years ago. So there you have it. Our bag collection is set, and I think will be good for many, many years to come with all of these various pieces of kit. So until next time, this is Captain B saying, keep the bottom side wet and the top side dry.